Hey guys, Jason here at Photo Booth International. I'm going to give y'all concise instructions on how to unpack your Mirror 3 when you get it. And when I show you how to set it up, then we're going to transition over and we're going to walk you through the parts that are going to be installed, and so you understand what all the parts you're looking at. So we're going to start with, you're going to get it like in a version of this. This is going to be in a pallet, but once you unwrap it, you get it up. This road case is going to be 3 parts. One solid piece here, but you've got a part that will remove here, and then you've got the top part. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you get this is just undo all of your latches, both sides. All right, then you want to undo this latch, this latch. You got the partners on the other side. Okay, so the best way to do this, you're going to grab each side. This is just going to lift off. All right, just going to set that down. Next, you're going to remove this piece here. So this just slides out. This wheels over. Okay. All right, so the next thing you're going to do, you're going to take your base, you're going to remove this, and set this down. Okay. You're going to have a bag. You're going to have a bag of goodies here. A lot of what's in this bag we are going to put in for you. This is part of the build out process. So one of the things I will show you, you're going to have a remote for the LED light around the frame. It's going to be your power cord right here. Camera mount, but that's going to be in there for you already. You have a little handy instruction manual as to what the parts are. I'm going to walk you through that as well. You're going to receive a remote. This is sort of, think of this as like just a backup. You won't really need this for the booth to function, because basically when this is all on, you hit your main power, that turns your monitor on, then it turns your camera on, then you would have your PC would be the next thing you turn on. So this is just something to have in the back pocket in case you need it. But when you see this, don't feel like you actually need this. It's just something as a courtesy that we send. You can have a couple of Wi-Fi adapters to boost your Wi-Fi if you need that. Got a microfiber cloth, clean your screen. And a lot of everything in here, you're gonna have your keys. You're gonna get your keys. All 4 of these are all the same. They're gonna work. You're gonna have a top part that houses your camera, and you're gonna have a bottom part where you can access your PC. One of these will do both of those. So you'll have some extras, so we'll put these in a safe spot. You're gonna get an Allen wrench, which is gonna allow us to put the base on. Everything else that's in here is just extra. You got some extra feet for your base if you need them. Got a little extra camera mount if you need that. These are extra knobs. This is we're gonna put these in place to hold your ring flash, but you got a couple extra if you need those. So right now we're gonna deal with Allen wrench and your washers and your screws that you're gonna put your base on. Okay. So what you're gonna do, the beauty of this is this stays in the road case, and the way that this is designed, this allows you to put this base on without having to remove the head unit just yet. So what we're gonna do, go ahead and match up your washers with your screws. Now, in the interest of saving a little bit of time, what we're going to do is I'm going to put 2 screws here, 2 screws here, 1 here and 1 here. Obviously, when you go to gig, you use every single one that you have, and you will have extras of these as well. So all you do is you plop down, kind of use your foot to balance. So you line these holes up. Now it's important when you're doing this, just like a piece of furniture that you see, you get instructions. Don't tighten these all the way because you want to have a little give when you're doing these. So right now it's all right if you just use your fingers, get them to a point where they're in place but not too tight. Do one here. Do a couple here. Thing is, if you tighten these too soon without all of them in place, you'll lose a little bit of that wiggle room you might need in order to get everything in place before you do that. Okay, do one more. Okay, once these are in place, take your Allen wrench, go ahead and tighten them now. So that's tight. Tighten there. Tighten there. All right, so there we go on those. All right, so you got that, and here's the fun part. All you have to do then is grab here, literally lift it out, and that's it. So while we're on the topic of this, what you do when you're tearing this down is you would basically do the exact, just reverse engineer. You would just slide it back in the same way. Then you come back here, you'd remove your base. Always start from the bottom, work your way up, do these last. So you'd work your way up here, you'd remove those, you'd hold it, you take it off, you take your base, you put it here, and then you'd load everything back in. And that's how easy that is to put the base on this. And it's very easily a one-person job. So just to show you again, once that base is on, you just lift it out, and you're set. So what we're going to do, we're going to transition over to one of our models that we have set up with the camera, ring flash, and everything, so you can see what that's like. So this is going to be back of your booth. You'll see here. And we're going to label everything for you. You've got ring flash, powers this ring flash right here. You're going to have your camera power adapter. This way, when your camera's in place, the camera's going to come with it, camera mount. All of it's going to be set up for you. When we go to turn our main power on, what that will do is it automatically turn on your camera, because your camera will be on. You might as well leave it in the on position because it's receiving constant power source from this. So there's a battery that's plugged in here, and while your booth is on, your camera's always going to be fully charged and fully powered. So this is a sync cable. This is a hot shoe that is going to communicate with your ring flash. So every time a picture takes, that ring flash will pop, and these two things go together. So they're communicating. Down here we've got your PC, and we have everything labeled. So you'll have when you see touch USB, basically what that means is all of our booths are IR touch. So this is the thing that will allow you, this is communicating with the screen. So when you touch the screen, everything will come on, and you'll be able to open anything you need. The camera is being run as well. So this is going to be your camera. Here you'll see this is where your printer goes in, right there. This is your main power, and again, everything will be labeled. This is a dongle for your keyboard, which will be plugged into the side of your PC. So that will go onto the side. So know that when you see this is a dongle that it basically allows you to run your keyboard remotely. So that's what that is. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and turn the main power on. So if you'll notice, ring flash came on. You can see monitors coming on. Okay, what you'll do then is you'll tap that. That'll turn your LED on, and that remote I showed you earlier, you'll be able to change your settings. You can do solid green, solid red, whatever color you want. This is on auto right now, where it'll just kind of fluctuate between like rainbow colors. So you would hit that, and you can see right here, there's no signal. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go over here and we're gonna hit the power button. So we're turning our PC on, and this will all be labeled for you as well. So we'll walk back around. Everything's powering up here. Okay, and we're home. So this is what you'll see now. We have this preloaded with our logo. Obviously, you can populate it with your brand. Ideally, if you're hitting on all cylinders, you're going to have your brand going. So you'll put your brand on there if you want to. You're going to advertise your own business. So right now, and you'll have darkroom loaded. You'll have everything preset for you according to what we found to be the best. So that's where so basically you're ready to go. You're ready to start a session. You get on darkroom, you'll activate your code, and there's videos on that as well. Like I said, your camera's already going to be on. So that noise, you can see it's in the on position. So camera's on manual, it's on. We've preloaded this with settings that are optimal. Those can be changed, but we normally do those because lighting requirements are going to change from room to room. But it leaves our facility set to optimal settings that should work most anywhere. So that is the basic setup for your Mirror 3. Now, before we let you go, I'm going to show you how to turn everything off while we got you. So walk back around. So think in just opposite terms, the way that you did it one way, we're going to do it another way. So you're basically going to come down here and you're going to shut that down. So what we're doing there is we're only turning the PC off. So you can see we're back to where we had no signal before. Ring flash is still on, LED lights are still on, you can still hear the hum of the fan. So then we go back around and you simply hit this main power. And that shuts everything else off. And that is the basic setup for the Mirror 3.